Sorry again, it's been a while since I made another video. I'm sorry, schoolwork again. But now it's time for another new what if. I've only had like 2 new ones, or 2 what ifs. This will be the third what if. What if Deku... Wait, no, what if Deku had Carnage is basically what he has. So basically, we go to the past where Midori is a child at the age of 5. He's told he's quirkless and that he has to drop his dreams of being a hero. A year later, something hits the earth and people don't know what it was. They try and go look for it, but when they go to the crash site, all they see is a metal pod with nothing in it. Years later, there's been a few years later, when Deku's in his first year of middle school, he's getting bullied the same. Like Bakugo's telling him he can't be a hero and all that. But on the news, but at the school, a lockdown happens, and it's not a drill. Bakugo wants to go, but the teacher tells him not to because he could risk his life, and that if he does, he could get a criminal charge for even trying to. So Bakugo doesn't do it. But they hear this in a hall. Scratching on the walls, and this is what they hear. It's raining. It's pouring. Carnage is eating. Midori is obviously scared. And with cops a few minutes away, they all have to be quiet. And they just keep on hearing this scratching on the wall. And the people that are locked outside the classrooms are literally getting killed out there. But once the cop shows up and starts shooting him, and a pro hero with a fire quirk start attacking him, he runs. Obviously, being weak to fire, he has to run away. And, well, while Carnage is running from the cops and the hero that has fire, when they look out, the hero, his name is Endeavor. Obviously, Carnage is trying to escape this guy, knowing if he is hit by the fire, he's dead. So after escaping, the kids could get a full month off of school because of this. Obviously, Deku's still his normal self, and Bakugo is still his self, bullying Deku. But then we skip a few years up the line to Deku's last year of middle school. Everything happens the same. Deku is bullied by his entire class for even trying to go to UA, and his notebook is burned. But this time, when Bakugo says to go take a swan dive off the top of the roof, Deku, after being bullied for so long, finally just takes it. He goes up, jumps down head first. He survives, but when he jumped down, he was laying there. And since no one would be there for the entire weekend, he knew he was going to die there. But someone was there. Something was there waiting for him. All he remembers is as soon as he closed his eyes, he woke up back at his home, asleep. And back at his room. And when he wakes up, he checks the time, and he's been there for at least a few hours. Sorry if it sounds like I'm messing up. I don't write scripts. It doesn't feel right if I do. So after this, Deku is just freaked out about everything. He's wondering on how he's even survived it, and all he hears in his mind is hungry, always hungry, need food. And after this, Deku obviously feels weird, and soon he tries to go back to bed, and he closes his eyes, but then he wakes up again, back in the living room this time, with his hand with chocolate in his mouth, with some blood on his mouth as well. And he hears the same voice again saying, I am satiated. Obviously, Deku does not know what that is, in his head that's making all those noises. He's freaked out at the moment. He's scared of what the thing is saying. But Deku just thinks it's just part of his head and just cleans off his face and everything. On the news, they say a red being killed a store clerk and took his brain out of his head and took chocolates. Obviously, they remember him as the villain Endeavor tried to kill or fight. Deku obviously wondering if that was him, and obviously he doesn't know. And there's also a thing on the news saying All Might caught a villain called a sludge villain who was taking someone hostage. And the person that got hostage this time was Bakugo. Because Bakugo just took a longer route to talk with his friends. And he was the one who get grabbed and his friends ran away. But Bakugo was able to stay safe for a while. Deku obviously is proud that Bakugo is safe, is happy that Bakugo is safe. But when he realizes he's late for school, he runs. He's there an hour late and he gets detention. Honestly, because of this, Deku has to stay in class a lot longer. But he has some chocolate in his bag for some odd reason. And something else also happens. Bakugo is put in detention just in case another villain tries to go after him. In case that villain had friends that are not going to go attack Bakugo. Obviously, he doesn't like it, but he just says whatever to it. But with them talking, Carnage says, "Hey, hungry, always hungry, need food." Deku just hearing that voice is like, what's going on? And the teacher says, "You're in detention, no talking." Honestly, because of that, Deku is just scared and just pulls out a chocolate bar and starts eating. He's about to eat it, but but as he eats it, he feels like he didn't get anything from it. And after detention's over, he leaves and goes home. When he goes home, he wakes up in some sort of mind space or something. Like he's just in a black area. And all he sees is some red and black thing looking at him. "Always hungry, need food." And Deku says, "What are you?" And he says, "We are carnage." "You'll be a good host for now." And that's where I'm gonna leave off my story. I'll try and make another video next week. I'm sorry, it's been a while since I make videos, but school is a pain in the fucking ass. So yeah. Bye.